Hi, this is Dana, and on this channel I speak about spiritual warfare. I have another channel on which I speak about astrology, and a Facebook page on which I wrote prophetic writings for years. You find the Facebook page in the description box below. In this video, well, I'm guided before I start my video, I'm guided to say that if you find clips or images or my voice on other channels, it seems like this doppelganger, which keeps copying me, now is playing my videos on her channels, and is taking advantage of the fact that I don't show my face in my videos, saying that it's her voice, and essentially I guess she gave up in copying me, so she's just playing now my videos, which it's a total different level of madness. It seems like it's going from worse to worse. Somehow to me it's not funny, because she's doing a lot of harm to me, but it's just there's a point, I guess, of obsession, her obsession with me, that basically is beyond any level of understanding. Therefore I'm choosing to laugh it off. So there are individuals who are copying my work. That's illegal. It's stealing intellectual property. As I understand now, they're not just copying it, but they actually play my videos because they figured that there's got to be some sort of connection with my voice or something. Anyhow, they have an obsession with my voice, so they want to be associated to them. Anyhow, moving on from these scripts, the topic of the video is As Guided by God. Actually, to be honest, this topic, I was guided by Virgin Mary. She asked me to talk about this. From my experience in my spiritual work, usually when Virgin Mary asks me to do something, it means she has a protege who needs to hear that information, that advice. When I was doing readings, actually she would bring to me her proteges and she would ask me to tell them specific things, which I found extremely beautiful. Also, I'm not sure that everybody knows, but she is basically, how should I put this? She is the guardian of your throat chakra, which basically is the chakra which helps you to speak your truth, and also which is connected to divination in sense of third eye communication with the divine realm. She and Archangel Michael are overseeing these gifts, which come in many different forms, as I said before. You can be a clairvoyant, you can be a medium, you can be a tarot reader, you can have many different ways of communicating with the divine realm. But she is the one empowering all these gifts and protecting all these gifts, just so you know. Now, moving on, she asked me to speak in this video about the house. I did write a prophetic writing, I think not just one, I think many prophetic writings about how you take care of your house, of your home, how you create a temple of safety and your own space, private space, spiritual private space in your home. I don't find them now. I wanted to link them in the description box, but I couldn't find them. They're on the Facebook page somewhere. But I will try to reproduce now in this video because she seems to have somebody who needs to listen to this. Now, I said already in the previous video, the house is the connection or is empowered, let's say, by the element of earth. Why? Because the house is your energy footprint on the earth. So it has a huge role in your spiritual work. The house basically connects you to the crystalline grid of the earth for grounding in Mother Earth. And also, if you are aligned, you connect to the divine realm through your crown chakra. So you have the upper chakras connecting with the divine realm, and the lower chakras connected with the crystalline grid of the earth. Basically, when you're in alignment, you act as a portal in your home. So you tapped in and aligned, literally transform your house in a portal of your light. This is very important. And when you succeed in doing that, then you create your energetic footprint on the earth. What does this mean? Okay, this is what she wants me to say. What does this mean? I get it now, because I said this in the previous video, but probably some people didn't understand it. That means that, for example, if you work with light and you create light just by the way you are, or by doing energy work, or by doing good deeds, or by doing spiritual fighting, you create light in many ways. By creating your energetic footprint, that means essentially that there is a footprint on the earth where your energy sort of cleanses that area. So your energy is being a portal of your energy. That means all darkness is being transmuted in that area. So you're healing the earth essentially from darkness created by others, of course. This is something I basically am not very happy with, and I don't agree, because I don't think it's normal that some people create darkness and some of us have to clean it. But anyhow, this is how it works. So your energetic footprint basically brings into that area all that you are. Your light, which means that transmutes darkness. The stronger your light is, more darkness you're able to transmute with your energetic footprint. What does it mean? It means just by being there, basically, just by being there and doing all of these things, which normally should be part of your life, your existence as a light worker, you just transmute. Okay, so people living in your neighborhood will benefit of your presence. It's a healing presence. They don't need to feed on you and to become vampires. They should stay the fuck in their place, because you, by existing there, you already bring healing to that place. Okay, and this is why also in life sometimes, as I said in the previous video, you end up living in different parts of the world or different parts of the city, because God is guiding you in those areas where you are needed in order to sort of create light, I would say. You can put it in order to heal that area, that part of the earth. But essentially you do that, as I said before, through your spiritual fighting, because when you're going to get in that area, I speak from experience, you will be confronted by, like me, next door neighbor and across the street neighbor doppelgangers, other around me vampires, and so on and so forth. All of these are bondages which you're going to have to fight them off, because they come at you as you are there automatically. So you're going to have to fight them off, and by doing this fight, you're healing the place. It's not always enough that you're just present. This is a way of speaking. It many times is being said, as a light worker, just being there, you're going to heal the place. Yeah, but as a light worker, you're being faced in that particular space with all the darkness which your neighbors are creating. Because there is no such thing on the face of the planet that any human being is creating darkness and it sits with the darkness they create. No, they send that darkness to others. You see, because I would find it, okay if you create darkness and you sit in it. Just sit in your darkness there. No, they don't do that. They project it onto others. They sent it on to others. You see, that is not fair. Okay, so as I said, it's being said by everyone that just being yourself that heals. But essentially, what does it mean being yourself? It means that you do energy cleanup. It means that you do spiritual fighting. It means that you do transmutation. It means that you do good deeds. By good deeds, you automatically receive from divine realm, divine grace, which is the highest form of healing. So automatically, it's not just you sitting idle in a place. It's by the way you are, by the actions you take, by the thoughts you carry with yourself, by the way you choose to handle all that is being sent to you, and so on and so forth. Yeah. So it's not a given that just being in a area automatically is being cleaned by your energy. Your energy comes because of the things you do, because of the thoughts you hold, because of the feelings you hold, and so on and so forth, and because of the way you choose to interact with others, right? Okay, so this is the situation related to the house. Yeah, so automatically your house become, when you are aligned, because if you are not aligned, that and they succeed in connecting themselves to your how energy of the house, then it's, you run the risk that they create portals in your house and they send darkness to you, which happens most often, unfortunately. But through your work, by aligning yourself and doing your spiritual work, you succeed to transmute and to create your portal of your light in your home. Okay, so this is the first thing. Now, going forward, so this is the idea of the house, and God will usually move you around with your house, wherever you need to be, depending on whatever type of assignment you have, what type of forces you should fight, depending on what gifts you have, and also what kind of bondages they created on you, because many times they succeed in creating certain bondages on you, which require you to go fight specific type of forces. Like, for example, I lived all my life in the north part of the city. Okay, and 6 years ago I chose to move in the southern part of the city for the first time in my life, and I realized that actually through my spiritual fighting, I found out actually that here in the southern part of the city there was a convent created, which created sacrifice rituals on my lineage, and a lot of bondages, and was feeding on my lineage, me included, of course. So I didn't understand from the very beginning why I ended up here. I mean, I knew why I chose to come, but I didn't understand what was the divine logic, why God allowed it. And I asked divine guidance when I made these choices. I received a proposal from someone to come in this area and to create a project and so on, and I chose to come. But when I chose to come, I did ask God what to do, and God said yes. So I didn't understand when I encountered all of this around me, and I saw all these satanic cult practices and so on. I'm like, what the fuck? Why am I here? How come I ended up here? And I asked God, I said, you said to come. You said to accept the proposal which was advanced to me. So why you said to come if you knew what's here? And through my fighting, I learned that actually these individuals had bondages created on me and sacrifice rituals created on me since I was a child, less than 10 years old. I'm 50 now, just so you know. So it's more than 40 years that they've been feeding on me. And now I'm not talking about my lineage at large, I'm talking about myself. Yeah. So actually God showed me that they were hiding in the south, and God allowed me to come here in order to actually confront them and fight them and break the bondages they created. Because otherwise, staying in the north, you will, God said to me, staying in the area where you used to live all your life, you would have never known who is doing this to you, because they used third party individuals. So you could never actually fully blame that individual because you never knew who was behind him. So actually, I came in the south part because this was where God says the source of power, the source of their power was, because this is where the convent, which is doing the rituals and all of this, exists. So this is what I'm saying. So God will direct you how to do this, how to fight this, how to. You will be surprised initially until you actually start creating more of a systematic relation of spiritual fighting with and consulting with your divine realm. As you break bondage, things become clearer. So you start seeing things in a different light. You start understanding. So you have a better understanding of the situation and the higher perspective of things. Yes, this is the situation with the house. So this is how you create the footprint on the earth. This is extremely important because these portals will never disappear. So they tend to steal your houses. For me, they stole many houses from me throughout lifetime, and I couldn't understand why this is happening. And God has shown to me because they wanted that portal of light which was created by you while you lived in that house. And they constantly feed from that. And this is a huge, huge source of power for them. Because, I'll give you an example. In my spiritual journey, I was in Mexico, among other countries. And I was in Mexico in one house. I ended up in one house. I said in another video before that in Mexico, one of the bondages which I broke was in relation to my father, a father figure. And I met an individual who was embodying for a limited time my father. And that was happening so I can break the bondage. And that individual helped me. It was during COVID time and all hotels were closed. And I couldn't find a place to stay. I also had an issue because I had Lucky with me, and it's always more difficult to find a place to stay when you have a pet with you, a dog, and he's a big dog. So, and so he found a house for me, which needed somebody to do house sitting. So I said, okay, that's perfect because I also need somewhere to stay, so I can do house sitting for somebody who was not in Mexico at the time. And I tell you, I swear, as I entered into that house and I started doing cleanup by meditation and incense and prayer and so on, I realized that a different embodiment of me in a different lifetime lived in that house. So I could find my energy in different parts of the house, and I could identify in a room. For example, I could identify what happened in different rooms. And that was in different lifetimes. And it was somebody else embodying me. Okay? So this is just to show you. I'm not going to describe everything related to that bondage breaking, but that was shocking to me. And individuals in that area recognized my energy. Actually, they were speaking to me like I was from that place. Actually, someone said to me, I was waiting for you to return. And that was the first time in my life I actually stepped foot in Mexico. I was never in Mexico before. That happened in spring 2020, yeah, exactly during COVID time. And there was no way that individual would even have met me in this lifetime, but it was obviously from a different lifetime, from a different embodiment. And this is only to show you that energy footprint and energy portals stay in place. So if they get a hold of your the portal of your energy through your house, they will get to feed on that energy for multiple lifetimes. So you have to understand this. So this is very important. This is why housing is important. First of all, as a defense, so they won't get your light. Second of all, as how you call this, as a tool to do energy footprint on the earth, which means essentially that no matter where you live in the world, your actions, your deeds, and your elevation will impact and will transform the energy of that house, which automatically will generate healing in that area. Actually, at some point, God has shown to me that this is critical in spiritual fighting, that more light work, and I said this repeatedly, more light workers should buy houses, property. This is why, particularly the houses in which you lived before, because those carry your energy, and also new houses, because you get to create energy footprint, and you transmute darkness by creating energy footprint with your energy, and you create energy portal with your energy in your own houses. Yeah, so this is very important. It's less of a I don't know, to me it seems, as long as you have the money to buy the house, that it's an easier way to transmute darkness, because everything else requires much more effort for you to do energy work, spiritual fighting, and so on and so forth, right? Okay, so this is about the house. Now, cleaning the house, because this is what Virgin Mary asked me to talk about. There are a number of things you can do. This is already 22 minutes, so I can't speak too long because then it's going to be difficult to upload. But first of all, of course, is the thing, you know, that everybody knows, is that you burn incense, you clean up your house. For example, you clean up your house with certain lotions which you can create yourself, which have a special power in cleansing darkness, and you can use special plants in that water. So you infuse water with that, with those plants, and you can cleanse your house. That means it cleanses dark energy. It's not about dust, it's about energy. There are specific plants which clean energy. Okay, so this is important. And I will write in the description box below one of these recipes, so you can make your own. At some point, I also plan to create in my business products like this for cleaning the house, for cleaning your clothes, for cleaning your body, and so on and so forth, because they're extremely helpful. So when I do that, I will share with you the website, so you can actually order if you want. Now, all of these lotions that you make, they always can be infused with power by praying. So you can pray to your guides. This is important. Now, in spiritual fighting, you must have some connections with the divine realm, okay? You have a spiritual team. Maybe you're not aware of all of your spiritual guides and ancestors and so on and so forth. But clearly you should be working with somebody. You cannot be on your own like that. So I always have many icons in my house that connect me with all the saints, which I love and I always worked with throughout my entire life. Each of them has special powers in specific fields. So again, icons literally act like a portal in itself, a portal of connecting you with that divine um, being. Whoever is in that icon, I don't know. That depends on you. You choose who should be. Now, it can be an icon, it can be a painting, it can be I don't know how you choose to have a presence, to have them represented in your house. But I chose, so far, I chose icons. And this is really important. This is really important. And I constantly, systematically, of course, sage them, my icons, pray to them, of course, and light candles for them. They all have specific dates when they are celebrated. So I celebrate them on their birthday. And by the way, when they have name days, the saints, they have special, I don't know, a special gift from God. They get to receive gifts from God. And when they receive gifts, for example, I received special help from my saints many times in my spiritual existence, way before I started my spiritual fighting consciously. And they do this on their birthday. So on their day of celebration, they get a wish fulfilled by God. And for example, many of them chose to request from God, so they will reveal certain information to me, which was hidden from me, or maybe sometimes even which God didn't want to reveal to me. So they will say, I don't know what they say to God because I'm not present, but they will give me this gift. I know this, and it helped me tremendously in situations and confrontations in spiritual fighting. It helped me tremendously because they will show me, this one is betraying you. And they will show me how that individual would betray me. God wouldn't show me because God said this was a test you were supposed to pass, But then my saints will come and will show me, look what he did last night. He cheated on you. No, I'm not kidding. Seriously, I'm laughing because I also find it special and it's very dear to my heart. But actually, this is how it happens. Many times, my saints come to me and they reveal to me things. And if it's their celebration, they receive gifts from God, and God cannot stop them from telling me. I swear to you, I'm not kidding. This is serious. So I had many, many, many situations and many, many saints coming to me and giving me information like this. So I learned, I actually, they helped me tremendously because I became suspicious of that individual, of course. And as I started investigating, I learned that, there were problems and contracts and betrayals done at me. Okay, so it's important that you do this, that you have, I say icons. Now you can choose different ways of representing them, but icons are portals of connection between you and that saint. You must know this. I have special places in my house where I put icons. Now, because it's 28 minutes, I will move forward and I will say the following. Now, if you follow Feng Shui rules, Feng Shui magic, actually, you know that you have a guardian of your house. Along with that guardian of your house, you can also choose protection from certain archangels or certain divine beings from divine realm. You can ask that they will be protectors of your house together with the guardian of your house. You keep close connection with the guardian of your house, and you create rituals to pray or infuse power and the direct connection between the divine realm and the guardian of your house. Okay, so you are because the guardian of your house will always be attacked in spiritual fighting. So the strength and the well-being of the guardian of your house should be a concern to you, right? So you have to take care of that, to make sure that you light a candle for him, that you sage, that you pray for your guardian of the house, and that you bring from divine realm help for him in carrying out different missions, because the guardian of your house is facing all the attacks which are being sent at you. So you have to make sure that you create alliances between the guardian of your house and those deities with which you work against whatever type of attack is being sent to you, which many times differs. It's not the same one all the time. Okay? So you have to do this. Now you have in the north part of the house, you have partnerships. In south east, you have abundance flow. In southwest, you have fame and profession. In west, you have love connections. So I choose in each of these corners, of course, to create a presence for whatever deity I want to help me in that regard. If I'm breaking a bondage related to Africa, for example, I would place in the partnership corner a deity related to Africa to partner with me and help me to fight that bondage, right? So the things in your house shouldn't be static. If as you evolve in spiritual fighting, you adapt your house and you move things around your house in such a way so it will empower your spiritual fighting. Yeah. If you have issues with heart chakra, then you're gonna make sure that in the western side of the house, where is the love area, you place pink candles. You can place specific deities. Huan Yen, for example, is very good for that area. Of course, Mother Mary, she is the healer of the heart, just like Jesus is the healer of the soul. The light she carries is pink. So of course, you choose who you want, and you study. I shouldn't be telling you who. You should be studying on your own, because you're gonna have different connections to different deities, stronger connections pertaining to whatever bondages you are breaking. So you should be studying, but I gave you just a few examples so you understand. So you use these feng shui directions only to bring together and to create centers of power in your home related to specific type of topics, depending on whatever chakras you're being attacked, whatever aspect of your life is being attacked, and so on and so forth, right? And whoever you want to come to help you, and many times might be different. Maybe this week you're gonna ask some deity, maybe next week your spiritual fighting will guide you to go in a different direction, and you'll uncover and find a different guide in a different part of the world. Okay, so this is not static. This is not static. This has to be adapted, and your house is your temple, is your and you your house at any point in time. Yeah, you should be able to see in your house a picture of the spiritual fighting which you are carrying, or the goal, the spiritual goal for which you are working, or even a project if you're working on a project on a specific topic. If somebody looks at your house, they should be able to see a picture of your spiritual army, how is being displayed in each part of the house in order to help you. Okay. Oh my god, it's 34 minutes. So sage, of course, cleans and make sure that you cleanse. There are many other ways. Of course, you can use salt, you can use garlic, you can use, and you can place them in specific areas, right? You can use infusion of water infused with specific type of plants or fruits which have specific powers in either cleansing the house or bringing certain presence in your house, and so on and so forth. Of course, is the bathroom, which is the center of your abundance. So you have to always make sure that your bathroom is not only cleansed but is functional. The, Unfortunately, because of this black magic with water, which they call hydromancy, but it's not, they create portals in your bathroom specifically for this reason, because the bathroom in Feng Shui magic is your center of abundance. So you have to cleanse that constantly, and you also can cleanse it through prayer. Prayer is really important. Sound is really important. You have to have a specific sound which is helping you, either meditations uh, or yourself. If you sing, you can sing yourself your own music to cleanse your house, and so on and so forth. Everything you do with prayer. Yeah, you can create this and with intent. So even if you mop the floors, you pray and you put intent into it. You don't just mop the floor. You actually say even out loud, because the spoken word has power. I cleanse my house in this moment, and I ask so and so deity to come and help me cleanse my house thoroughly, and to show to me, first of all, what kind of darkness I'm clearing, and second of all, what steps I need to take further, because no cleaning is complete 100%. There are always attachments and stuff which keep. So you also ask guidance while you cleanse, to see how much it was cleansed, how much is left, what should you do next, and so on and so forth. You guys, I'm gonna stop here. It's 37 minutes. It's gonna be too hard and too long to upload the video, so I'm gonna have to stop here. Again, I also have a prophetic writing on my Facebook page, which talks about how you cleanse your home, and of course, if you can find it, it will be ideal that you go look for it, because it was a more thorough description than I am doing here. Okay, I'm gonna close up here. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. I think the only thing that I'm being shown right now by Virgin Mary to talk about are mirrors, which indeed are being used as portals by these creepy individuals, and also in order to do mirror magic. So they sent different things to you through that. Now, of course, you have to cleanse them very often, and as much as you can. I would recommend, first of all, keep them covered if you're in very intense spiritual fighting, so they won't get to send anything to you. Keep them covered. But if not, one way to use them in your defense is to how do you say this in English? You position the mirror to face the direction where the attacks come from. Okay, so you can place a mirror facing the entry door if you think that they sent darkness through the entry door. Many times it happens that darkness is being sent by neighbors. If you live like me in the middle of the satanic cults, you're going to be confronted like me with neighbors who all of them all around you sent darkness to you. So you can choose to put a mirror facing each neighbor, so each of them will receive back whatever they sent, you know. So this is the prayer you make, and oh my God, that the mirror will send back whatever is being sent to you. And this is basically a protection in terms of not allowing anything to enter the house. Yeah, but you have to cleanse it often when you use it like this, because they can then transform it in portals, and then they can send even more darkness. So you gotta be careful and ask guidance when you work with that. But mirrors indeed, and I imagine somebody needs to hear this because Virgin Mary insistently asked me at the end to speak about it. So mirrors can be used, and I used them myself when I had very strong attacks. And simply like this, it's as simple as this. You make sure the mirror faces that specific neighbor who's attacking you. Now, keep in mind that sometimes maybe your neighbor is not a spiritual being, so he's not aware of all of these things. But please keep in mind that these satanic cults and crazy people doing occult practices can use third parties to do this at you. So they can use your neighbors. If they are not spiritually aware and awoke, they can easily be used against you as a vessel, you know. So I'm not pointing fingers at any neighbors of yours. About my neighbors, I know for a fact that they're all in the satanic cult. So I know this. But for your neighbors, I don't know. But keep in mind that they can be used even if they are not themselves into this. Okay. So this is how you can use mirrors in order to, and you will feel the in order to protect your house from direct transmission of darkness towards your house. So you can face it like this, and you can just say that you ask also again a deity to help you and to empower that tool which you are using, the mirror, to block all transmissions of darkness. If you know what they are sending, you can actually say what they are sending, and to send it back. Now, even about sending back, you should ask, because I said in another video before that sometimes they send specific energies and demons to you that is not useful to send them back. For example, if they send to you sexual energy, sexual demons through sex magic, is not useful for you to send them back, because that will make them only haunt you more, because they will become obsessed sexually with you, you know. So you can sometimes send it to the pits of hell, all the dark energy, or you can send it to God, to the divine realm, to transmute it, and then God will decide what to do with it. Yeah. So just check divine guidance on all of this. Yeah. But these are examples of how you protect your house, how you work with your house. Of course, you love your house, and you welcome in your house all your spiritual team. So I hope this is clear and everybody is doing it already by now. I'm going to stop here because it's already too long of a video. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. If not, I'm going to see you in the next video.